Find out what's hot and what's not.
Hey, how you doing? You alright? Cool, nice one. I know some of you have trouble staying up, especially if you're curled up on the sofa watching some TV after a hard week's work. But this week, we have some CLUBAVISION exclusives to get the matchstick firmly closed. Our first stop off is Wales' Super Club Escape in Swansea. The main S-man, Roger Sanchez, at the DJ Culture exhibition. Ministry magazine so very kindly gives the top 10 dance charts. And last, but rounding the show up very nicely, Starsky and Hutch with our 70s hero. Who else apart from the original Huggy Bear? Your Friday night has just started with me, Lisa Nash. Yes, it's CLUBAVISION on ITV. And boy, have we got a show for you.
Hi, this is Deli Gee and you're checking out CLUBAVISION on ITV.
Is Escape into the Mix capable of jolting the most shady clubber? It seems to be, as the club capacity fills to the edges every Saturday. Wales' #1 club here in Swansea holds up to 1,000 people, divided into 3 rooms with your top-ranked DJs and your local up-and-coming talent. I caught up with self-made Danny Slade as he tells us why he's sharp as a blade. Danny Slade is a resident and promotes club nights, Escape into the Mix.
Yes, that is correct.
He produces tunes under the name of In Exile, hosts a radio show, and what else do you do? Because you do lots more, don't you?
Loads of stuff. Review for DJ Magazine and generally cause mayhem in Wales.
The Escape into the Mix in Swansea started in '95.
Yep.
That's right, yeah. And I believe the one in Cardiff started about a year later, yeah?
September the year later. I mean, basically Cardiff, as the cultural centre of Wales, needed a cultural club, we thought. So we opened it up. Did pretty good for a bit. So we're hoping to change the format around, do a few changes to it. But it's still sort of putting the people through the door, which is what we all want. So we're quite happy with that, yeah.
Right, how did you get into promoting?
When I lived in a cottage in Wales doing nothing, came from London. Then I sort of heard dance music, as in house music, and I thought, cool, this is a laugh. So I thought I'd buy some decks, try and put on a few parties, which I did. And 8 years later, we're sitting here on the dock in Swansea talking about it.
Out of the 2 clubs, which one's your favourite?
I like Swansea. Swansea's great. The atmosphere is unbeatable. I mean, I play around the country, and I still, even though obviously because I've got some interest, I would say the atmosphere in Swansea is the best. Come down.
3 different rooms.
Yeah.
I take it 3 different styles of music.
Yeah, downstairs, sort of quite chilled out. It goes quite sort of Cafe Del Mar styly, Jose Padilla, really late.
So the place to chill out if you've had a bit too.
It's done out like a Roman sort of temple. Upstairs, the main room is full on Euro thumping time. You know, right laughing there. And the other side is it's totally dedicated to US House with the resident Deli Gee, who you're going to sort of have a chat to. We give Deli sort of like carte blanche to get who he wants there. So he's invited Danny Rampling down to sort of play. That's, you know, on his invitation.
Is that tonight?
That's coming up on. That's actually quite soon tonight. Yeah, I think, yeah. Next, maybe tomorrow, or if you're watching a rerun, it's 3 days ago.
Your name's been getting about not just as a promoter. Oh, sorry to put it like that, but getting about as a promoter and a DJ.
Yeah. I mean, I've been DJing all around the country now for quite a few years. Yeah, still down there doing
I mean, if you're a resident at Escape into the Mix every Saturday, how does that give you a chance to go anywhere else?
Well, this is it. I mean, in the last year, basically what I've done is I've tried to cut back and concentrate on the residences, as opposed to last year I was just gallivanting around the country. And in so much as it's fun, you never get that crowd base. It's like Paul Oakenfold does Cream, and he loves it because he's there all the time. It's the same. You react with the crowd, you get a better rapport, people seem to know what you're doing. It also ties in with the radio show we got in the area as well.
Tell us a little bit about that, actually.
It's 3 hours long. It's between 6 and 9 Saturday evening, and it's sort of
and
like
what's
a
it
warm
on?
up to the club. It's on the Wave, which is an FM. It's the biggest independent radio show in the area. We will not play sort of what people expect to hear. We like to play what we want to play, but we're not in an education sort of mode. We're in just playing good quality music. So therefore, we feel we have contributed a lot to the sort of whole house scene in Wales.
Who else is involved in running the nights?
It's quite a team effort. I mean, the owner of the club.
Oh, so it's not just you then?
Well, you know.
And I was thinking, God, he was so good good doing it all on his own?
No, I mean, basically, a lot of it is down to the owner of the club, Jonathan Wignall, who is really hands-on in the running of the club. I mean, I've worked for a lot of club owners. He's the only guy who actually sits there and understands what you're trying to do and has some decent input. Not, do you want some strippers then?
What we want to know is a night out of Danny Slade. Take us through it.
Nice Italian meal, good couple of bottles of wine, good couple of bottles of champagne, out dancing all night. Then it's sort of Thursday the next week and we sort of go home.
Miss Bisto, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
We all know you from Ibiza, Es Paradis, your Balearic sets over there. You're going to be going out again this year?
I'll be going back a few times in July, visiting again in August, just doing the water parties, a few guest spots for Clockwork Orange, and hopefully be doing the Space Terrace as well. Recently I got into producing side. I've had one release so far, Barefoot Bandit, which did pretty well, and now I'm working on my second one. In fact, I've just finished it.
And what is it?
I'm really struggling to find a name for it, but I've actually redoing the old 369.
Come on, give us it, because she just sung this to me. She's got to sing it again. Go on.
Okay. 369, the goose drank wine, the monkey chewed tobacco on the streetcar line, the line broke, the monkey got choked, and they all went to heaven in a little rumble, clap, clap.
So what interesting twists have you put to it then?
I put lots of horns and there's like a 70-second build-up throughout the middle, and it builds up with all these big clapping sounds and cheering sounds and stuff, and it's very uplifting, very Ibiza.
How did you start? Because rumour has it you started in a football club or something.
Wait, you've done your research. Yeah, I did. When I was 13, I used to be one of these little groupies watching the DJ, you know, bending over the box and working out.
Bending over the box, really? Over the box. That's how you got your first break.
I can always trust myself to put the right word in. No, well, whilst bending over the box, doing a little bit of learning, educating myself at a young age. One day I just said to the guy who ran the night, I said, oh, can I have a go? I said, I want to have a go on the decks.
Give to the gods, you're down here tonight at the Escape in Swansea. Tell us a little bit about the tour.
Right, the tour's been going since, well, I've been with the tour since just before Christmas. It's been going really well. We did a tour day in Cape Town, South Africa. It was brilliant. We've been all over, really.
Tell us about your DJing sets. What sort of music do you play?
I love funky stuff. I like really funky bass lines. Anything that I know I would dance to myself. I like a lot of stuff right across the board. I mean, anything from house right to some drum and bass. But the sets that I actually play at myself are sort of funky, uplifting, with a hint of Balearic.
Tell us what the night at the Escape's like.
Second to none, it's really good.
The atmosphere, the music, everyone's so friendly.
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, Swansea, you can't beat it. You know, it's the atmosphere here and the women. You know, anywhere
Definitely.
in the UK, you know, you can't beat Swansea women.
We prefer it in London, but Escape's okay because everyone tries their hardest in here.
I've been clubbing now for about 7 years, and I came to Escape when it first opened.
Are you down here every week?
Yeah, every Saturday night I'm here.
Well, you know, there's a few people here, like, you know, and we all...
I should hope so.
Music's excellent and it's, well, best club around. Oh, it's just the music and the people and it's just
gorgeous blokes.
Yeah.
And the gorgeous blokes?
Yeah.
Where are they then?
All the place. They're hiding in little places.
It's got to have some decent tunes, hasn't it? You know, if you've got a club with no decent tunes, it's no good, really, is it?
Any other styles of music?
Yeah, drum and bass, trip hop.
Is there any clubs that cater for that?
Bubba Club does do a drum and bass night on a Friday, I believe.
Are you into your garage, are you?
Yes, yeah, speed garage, yeah.
It's wax in my hair and a emulsion paint.
An emulsion paint?
Yeah, got in B&Q today.
Where else is there to go in Swansea? Because what I've heard...
Nowhere.
Nowhere?
It's all crap.
So this is the best night?
Definitely.
So where do you live? Do you live up here?
Essex.
No, you don't live in Essex.
I do!
Do you?
Yeah!
What are you doing up here? So do I.
I'm home for the summer.
What else happens in Wales?
Not a lot. The other place we go is Hereford to Naughty But Nice.
You can come to this place with your boyfriend and still have a good time, you know, it is a tighty club.
What do you look for in a man?
Oh, tall, dark, big eyes. And he's got to be rich. Yeah.
It's got to be rich?
Yeah, definitely.
So what happens when you meet a guy and he hasn't got any money?
Oh, chuck him out.
I'm stunned for words, I just don't know what to say.
Gee, how are you?
How are you, Lisa?
I'm really good, thank you. Why your residency here at The Escape?
The thing is, I'm based in Bristol, and in Swansea they can still get my mix show. So for some reason they've been trying to get hold of me to do Swansea for a very long time. The opportunity came around, and I tried it out, and the club is definitely slamming, so I'm staying here.
So what you're saying about Bristol then? There's nothing down there?
Well, Bristol's cool. That's my hometown, but you know, sometimes you've got to venture further afield to get the vibe that you want.
What sort of music do you play then?
Well, you know, soulful vocals, but also I like to experiment and take it to a wider field, make it a little bit tougher, obviously in the American sense.
Tell me about your radio show, because I hear it's kicking.
Well, this show has been going on for 7 years now.
7 years?
7 years, yeah. I hope I can mention it on Galaxy 101, which covers the Southwest.
What's the best club that you've played in 98 so far?
Escape into the Mix in Swansea, of course.
Big Al is the resident here at Escape into the Mix, aren't you?
Yeah, one of the residents, yeah.
And you do a bit more than that as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do promotion and bits and pieces. I do mainly all the flyer drops and everything all over the country.
I hear that you used to have a job before you did DJing, that it was a job that needed quite a lot of skill, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was assistant to a tattooist and body piercer.
I'd never have guessed.
Never. I'd done that for a few months, and then obviously the job came in at Escape, and then I took the promotion job here, but we had quite a few fun times in there, pierced most parts of people's bodies, like.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the strangest part that you've pierced?
I can't say, my mum might watch it.
Do you normally come out all coordinated like this?
No, my mum dressed me.
Did she?
Yeah.
What, because you're going to be on TV?
Yeah. You dress up tidy now.
What happened to the flashing bow tie and the hi-ho silver lining?
We all had to start somewhere, didn't we, you know? What did you do?
I'd like to have seen those days.
No, basically, when I started DJing, it was like, I started my church youth club, local church youth club, you know.
Are you religious?
No, not at all. But started, you know, one deck, and because it was the church youth club, we used to play loads of records with swearing in, which was quite good, like.
Oh, but that went down well.
See how far we could push people. No, but then, you know, it just changed. I left school and got into DJing, done a few silver wedding anniversaries and bits and pieces like that, and just progressed.
So what kind of set do you play? Is it house?
Basically, it depends. Being as I'm a resident, I've warmed up for like everybody from like Graham Park through to Devitt and everything. So obviously you change your style. But tonight I went on a nice mellow sort of groove, just getting them warmed up for the next DJ to come on.
Tell everyone who you are.
I'm Emma Frisco.
Emma Frisco, the queen of the disco.
I believe.
Where do you live now?
I'm a Mancunian through and through.
Oh, wow. So do you ever play Manchester?
I actually never do. Why don't I?
You're not getting any bookings? Give us some bookings, come on.
No, it's funny because I did 10 years in London, and so most of my gigs tend to be in the south. I do quite a lot over in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and Wales, obviously.
So how did it all start for you, Emma?
I began with a residency at Madison's in Bournemouth in '92. And from there I went to Crunch in Birmingham, was resident there, and it's just gone from there, really.
Have you got any residencies at the moment?
Well, I'm obviously on the Gift from the Gods tour. I do a mix for Galaxy as well.
All right, tell us about that.
That's the Leeds-based station, and they have a specialist dance policy throughout the weekend, and I usually do a Sunday mix for them, which is great, and I come here once a month.
You also have a daytime job, don't you, in a health club. How do you balance the two? I suppose a health club is a pretty good place to balance the body, isn't it?
Just about balance it. They are poles apart, the two jobs. Well, you know, I spend all my week telling people to get lots of sleep and not smoke, and I do exactly that at the weekend. So it's, you know, I don't think people at my work really sort of have any concept of this, and like.
So they don't actually know what you do. They think you're one of those mobile DJs.
Weddings, bar mitzvahs, you know, that sort of thing.
Have you ever done them?
Absolutely not.
When you're out on tour, there's 4 girls and your manager, Jane. I mean, 5 girls, come on, tell us about a girls' night out. There must be a bit of fun going on there.
Well, you know, a little bit, but if I told you that, I'd have to kill you.
Oh, bet you don't then.
No, it's great fun. Birds on tour and all that. It's really, really good. We all get on great.
What does the future hold for you?
I don't think I'd ever give up my day job because I really, really enjoy
Don't give up your day job, girl.
Yeah, no, this is it. I don't think I would because I think that the minute I did that, this would become my work. And at the moment, this feels like fun, pure and simple.
Have you ever been outside of Swansea?
Yeah, I've been to Cardiff and Pontypridd, but nothing beats...
I've been to London and seen the ladies in London.
And you likes about going out clubbing?
Men.
The men?
As long as they look nice.
What do you look for in a woman?
Slim and nice looking.
Dislikes overcrowding, and I like everything about the clubbing.
Dislikes? Well, yeah, lack of a hair, basically.
Any DJ that you could take home with you, who would it be?
Speak the truth.
John Digweed.
The worst person to dance next to?
Your gran.
My mother.
Well, would she be allowed in here?
Joking here. From Swansea, say no more.
So do you dance? Are you one of them people that get up and dance?
All night.
Yeah, all night?
All night.
Show us some of your funky moves, come on. You've actually got quite a bit of Bacardi and Coke around your mouth at the moment.
Have I?
You have?
I'm not on the camera, have I?
Yeah, they've got 3 different rooms here. Which is the best room?
That one over there.
And which one's that?
I don't know. They were black, but I painted them red to match me.
Painted them red and you fixed them. Did they break on the way?
No, that's just for the Jack Duckworth look.
What's your boyfriend like?
He's lovely. He works here.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Barman.
It finishes at 4 o'clock. What do you do after? Do you go home?
I got a Japanese next door.
Have they got any bubble gum?
Possibly. You there to the end?
Yeah, to the end.
You go in there, sort of quieten down, then the music pumps up, and you get them start dancing again. It's like a club, but it's not a nightclub, you know.
And what time does that go on to? Early hours of the morning?
11 o'clock in the morning, I think.
All right, Beaky and Russ and Ben in Exmouth. How's it going, boys?
I'm Graham Gold. I always check out Lisa Nash on CLUBAVISION on ITV.
I'm joined by Roger Sanchez here at the DJ Culture exhibition in Manchester. And like most DJs, Roger started out at weddings, bar mitzvahs, down the local pub, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere.
Please like, tag, share and subscribe. Up for it!
Oi!